Mama. Maja, where are we?
We are in Douglas, Wyoming.
And how many hours have we been driving? 4 hours.
Straight up. We got out to the highway outside of Loveland, and then straight up 25. And we just got off at 25. We're going to take another road to head towards Devil's Tower. But right now we are in
Douglas.
No, I know.
A Mexican restaurant. La Costa.
La Costa restaurant for Mexican food.
Yes.
And the plates are hot.
And very big. These plates are huge. This is my hand for scale. My hand is maybe a fifth of the size of this plate. And they're very hot. And Baba got double beans. So, we are still in Wyoming. It's like 4:30 now, I guess. I can check that. It is, turn on please, 4:36. I was right on the money. And we came to, we're almost through Wyoming now. So we've crossed through the two biggest states. Starting to get a little bit cabin fevery, but I think the plan is we're going to try our hardest to drive all the way back to Minneapolis today, because what's the point in prolonging it? Cars are driving by me, cars are driving by me. 1, 2 more, and then 2 bikes. Thank you, gentlemen. Enjoy your ride. Ooh. But the reason that I've got the camera out is we made a little stop, tiny little detour, half-an-hour detour, to see Devil's Tower, which is this. Keeping in mind that we are currently still 3 miles away from this thing, and you can see it pretty obviously. Yes, that is the thing from what is it? Encounters of the Third Kind? Something, that movie, Steven Spielberg, right? The information thing said that it was... the information thing said that it was as old as 50 million years from underneath the surface of the Earth, but that it only popped up 1 or 2 million years ago. Recent. It's a baby. And they don't know why exactly it's up. Now, it could be, I don't know if my dad is driving toward me. Yeah, yes. It could be, well, it's definitely volcanic, like magma sort of thing. The ridges on it, I don't know if you could see it in the picture, but the ridges are kind of telltale, like magma patterns as they set. But they don't know. Dad, can you help me remember what the plaque said? They don't know if it was kind of a volcanic thing that just kind of spurted up and then stayed there, and then the outer layer kind of eroded away, or if it was kind of punched up through the ground by some other seismic event. Nobody knows. It's curious. It's a big question mark, but in any case, it's pretty remarkable.
And we need ice cream.
Oh. So we are, we just crossed the border into South Dakota, which means 2 states down, 2 to go. Oh yeah. And we're getting close to a city called Sturgis. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. And Sturgis is apparently hosting a
Motorcycle rally.
Jinx. So there are a lot of bikers on the road right now, which is already not my favorite thing to drive through, just because it's kind of hard to tell what they're doing. I very rarely see bikers who signal, for one thing, if they're going to be turning. Whatever. But we are just coming through a bit of a storm. We saw it coming. There were dark clouds in front of us, so we knew there was going to be some downpour. Okay, fine, we can handle it. Slow down a little bit. Safety first. However, motorcycles on wet roads, in the rain, dicey combination. Coupled with the fact that I don't know what half of these cars and motorcycles are thinking, continuing in the way that they were. Some people weren't braking the right way. A couple people were pulling off at weird places. And do you see all these bikers that are going in the opposite direction? That's what we've been facing for the last hour or so. And a lot of bikers were kind of like pulling up underneath bridges to see if they could wait out the water downpour. It was not my favorite experience, because when a car has to brake on wet road, there are 4 wheels to try to catch it. So if one of them starts slipping, usually you can regain your traction. when a motorcycle brakes on wet road. Dad, you want to give me an audible representation of what that might be?
Look out!
Crash! So, there were some dicey moments. However, here's the opposite side of that coin. After getting through some of the rain, or actually while it was still raining, we could see this beautiful, lovely, pretty bright, almost an umbrella, pretty bright rainbow. And at one point, and you could kind of see where it was starting to touch down to the ground, and I am pretty sure that we drove through the base of the rainbow. I didn't see a pot of gold, but I'm pretty sure that means something. Driving through the foot of a rainbow.
The license plate next to us. Do you see what it says?
Math nerd.
Math nerd.
Math nerd.
Math nerd.
Hi, math nerd. Do you want to meet this math nerd? Or this one back here? I'm the only one that's not a math nerd in this car. I am just editing this video together now a ridiculous amount of time later. To be honest, it's more than a year later. I'm so sorry. I'm bad at uploading things on time. But I'm realizing that there's a significant chunk of time missing between the last clip and the next one that's about to come up. It's basically trying to drive through South Dakota. We continued that drive through the evening, through the night. I think we got back to Minneapolis around 4 a.m. I was doing a good portion of the night driving because my dad had been driving most of the day. And there was a time where both my parents were sleeping and I was, driving on my own. And so the best way for me to stay awake during a road trip is to crank the songs that I want to sing along to, which of course means the entire Hamilton soundtrack. By the way, the camera's shaking a little bit because I'm holding my computer up on my hand so that you don't get a weird chin angle like that. See? Hey, there's my apartment in Paris. Clearly, it's a while later. But we got back to Minneapolis at like 4 a.m. I went to bed and then woke up again at like 9 so that I could go to church with my mom and see people, from the community that I hadn't seen for, a year, and kind of be in the memories and nostalgia and all of that. And then I got home from church and immediately went out with my dad again to a baseball game, because one of the requests that I have whenever I come home is, if we can, to try to see a baseball game of my team, the Twins. Not hugely athletic as a person generally, but the Twins have a special place in my heart. So I guess I sacrificed a good night's sleep so that I could see people from my childhood, and then I could go see a team that I love so much. And you're going to see me shouting a lot in these next two clips. Might want to turn the audio down a little bit. I have tried to moderate the volume, but there's only so much I can do because I'm a... Where are we, Bob?
Target Field.
What are we going to do?
We're gonna watch a baseball game.
Who's our team?
What?
Who is our team?
Twins.
Are they going to win?
Of course.
Of course they are. Woo! It's really hot.
It is hot.
We're going into the bottom of the fifth, which means we're halfway through, for those non-raw baseball speakers. And who's winning?
Twins are up.
By how many?
6-4?
6-3.
6-3.
And they got a grand slam. Booyah! And then two more hits a couple innings later. And then KC pulled that one up, so we gotta keep an eye on it.
I love you all. Believe it.
We can do it. Again?
And then we're done. I don't know if we can do it. I'm really scared. What do you think?
Alright, we got 2 outs. We just need 1 more out. This is getting real.
I think we're standing up.
Oh. We got our strike one! Oh my god. Get off my screen. Rodney! Strike 2! Oh my god! Rodney goes for the gold! This is it! I'm bitching I can take a nap! Oh god! Okay, 1 more hit strike and we're done. Yeah. Alright, he's only on first, that's fine. Oh god.
Alberto Madison running.
Oh no.
Now batting. Designated hitter Lucas Duda.
Duda? Oh shit. Alright. What's his name again? Pitcher?
Rodney.
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 Rodney. Rodney. We're so scared! Ball. Okay, we'll come back to this. Alright, we're back up to 2 strikes. 1 more and we're done. Oh, we gotta walk! We have to do this all over again! Okay, 3rd time's the charm. 2 strikes, we need 1 more. Rodney! Stop stealing! Stop!
Let's go, Rodney!
Da, 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 da.
Let's go, Rodney!
Oh god! Get home, get home!